Hello everybody, my name is Tesson, you're the viewer, and welcome back to another video. This is another Tesson Talks, and in today's video we're going to be talking about Star Wars Visions. It's finally out, season 1. They brought out 9 episodes. I thought it was going to be a weekly thing, but it's not. They brought out 9 episodes all in one go for us to love and enjoy. And now the title of the video is called, Is Star Wars Visions Good? Yes, it is good. It's really good. There's a couple episodes that are a bit meh, but I'm gonna go through each episode today. Quite not quickly, but I'm gonna give you a brief overview of it, and then let you know what I think, and then I'm gonna give you a rating on each episode. Let's do this. First episode is called The Duel. Okay, this is the best episode in Star Wars Visions. It is the best episode, I reckon. There are a few that could maybe tie with it, but it's really good. It's simple, to the point, and the animation is so good, and it's just simple. The duel, there's just one duel in it. There's a simple wanderer, against a Sith Lord, and that's about it. The Sith Lord comes and raids this village, and this wanderer just comes to save it. That's it. That's all the story is. Very simple, and it's just really enjoyable to watch. Like, the animation just makes it 10 times better. If it was normal, like just normal animation, then it wouldn't be as good, but the animation just makes it just so appealing to watch. Like, the colours just go so well together. There's not much colour. There's only anything that involves light has colour. So the lightsabers, they're red. It's the only lightsaber colour you see in the episode. His droid has a few colours on him as well, but they're different colours. And then the blaster bolts, they've got colour. So anything that glows or, involves some sort of light has colour. But the rest of it is black and white. And it just looks really awesome. The part where the umbrella lightsaber comes out, like, what the hell? When I saw it in the trailer, obviously I've done a reaction video to the trailer. When I saw that in the trailer, I was like, what? How is that even a thing? Like, and they did it perfectly, and I didn't realise it could turn into just one normal blade as well. Spoilers, by the way, if you haven't seen Star Wars Visions, but it has been out for a couple of days now, and if you're a Star Wars fan, you should have seen it by now. But yeah, The Duel, I'm going to give it, out of 10, all these episodes are going to be out of 10, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Really good episode, very simple to the point, and just really enjoyable to watch. 9 out of 10. Cool. Next episode, Tatooine Rhapsody. Okay, this episode's coming off of that very first episode, which was insane. It gave me high expectations for the other episodes to be really good. Going into Tatooine Rhapsody, it was good, but obviously not as good as The Duel. Very different story. It starts off with a Padawan, I'm assuming, running from something, we don't know what, and he falls into this little crate thing, and we see a hut. I think it's a hut. He basically says to him, "Oh, come with me, I'll keep you safe." And basically the Padawan joins a band, and he's in a band, and then Jabba is actually trying to hunt down this hut that saves the Padawan. And Boba Fett's also in the episode, and Boba Fett captures him, and then he gets taken to Tatooine for exile, and then the band come to try and save him, basically, and say, like, look, can we just play one song with him before he gets exiled, give a bit of entertainment. They do that, and then the crowd just want more, and then Jabba Hutt decides not to exile him, and they're basically working with Jabba now. That's the story. It's good. It's a good episode, but I feel like there should have been more to it. I wanted to know what the Padawan was running from. Or, to be honest, you didn't really need to know, because then the whole rest of the episode just, I don't know. You don't really need to know what he's running from, if that makes sense. But it's just something the Star Wars fans would probably want to know. It was all right. So, Tatooine Rhapsody, I'm going to give it a 6.5. We'll go whole numbers, 6. Give it a 6. It was good, but I feel like it needs to have something in there to make it a bit, it was just one simple thing throughout the whole episode. There wasn't really any build up towards anything. I mean, there was a little bit towards the end, saved him from being executed or whatever, the Hut, but at the same time, it's not really something I'd expect. So yeah, 6 out of 10. Still a good episode though. I still enjoyed it. Episode number 3, The Twins. This is a good episode. This is on par of the Duel episode. Yeah, this is a nice simple story again. At the beginning, there's a Star Destroyer and another Star Destroyer, and they've got this thing in the middle. It's like a laser that can kill space stations. Basically, it's the exact same as the Rise of Skywalker's Star Destroyers, but it's just one Star Destroyer and it has a laser cannon. But this Star Destroyer it's 2 combined into 1. It's got the little laser thing in the middle of it. So there's Star Destroyers, boom, there's the thing in the middle. And obviously, the 2 Star Destroyers are meant to represent twins, which is what this episode is about. There's a girl twin and a boy twin. They were made by the Empire or something. Their goal is to just rule the galaxy, basically. And obviously, they've got the Star Destroyer that can destroy planets and star systems and everything. And yeah, they're the ones to power it, basically, to make it work. But one of the twins thinks this doesn't sound good. So he turns then to the good side. And then they have a fight on the Star Destroyer. And the boy twin wins, obviously. Yeah, I think that's the gist of it. It's a good episode. I really enjoyed it. I'm sorry I'm butchering some of the episodes. I'll probably miss some bits. I might miss some bits out of these episodes, main bits. But I watched this 2 days ago and I haven't had time to record, so I've been trying to remember some of it for the video. But yeah, The Twins was a really good episode. I really did enjoy that one. Like I said, it's one of my favourites, along with the Duel. The Twins, I'm going to give it a 8 out of 10. Good episode. Enjoyed it. And there was an actual story to it as well. Yeah, I like little stories that make sense into something big at the end. Yeah, I enjoyed that episode. 8 out of 10. The next episode, The Village Bride. I'm trying to remember how this one goes. So, at the beginning, we see, I'm assuming, well, when you watch it, you assume it's a Jedi. And there are these 2 villagers. I think they're either, I can't really remember, they're either in love or they're brother and sister. It's one or the other. It's not, that'd be weird if they were brother and sister and they're in love, but they're not. They're not. They're probably not. No, they're either in love or they're brother and sister, and they've got some sort of force connection thing in the episode, is what I remember. The Empire then come to take over this special village. The village is basically letting them do it because they don't want to fight, because it's not their thing. But there's a part of the village that wants to fight. They try to fight and then obviously don't succeed. And then the Empire tried to take over, but then the Jedi at the beginning of the episode, who was following these 2 villagers, comes to help them, and she has a really cool yellow lightsaber. Sounds exactly the same as Rey's in the Rise of Skywalker. Uses the exact same, but it's like a samurai sword, and it's really cool. She turns it on and it looks like a normal lightsaber, but then she turns it to the side and it goes thin, and it's really cool. It's like a samurai sword, but yellow lightsaber, and it was so cool. When that happened, I was like, whoa. But yeah, and then obviously saves the village and stops the Empire. That was a good episode. I did enjoy that one. I'm going to give that episode a 7 out of 10. Yeah, it was a good episode. The story was good. I wish I could remember it, but when I was watching it, the story was good. And yeah, I wish there was a bit more, I don't know. It was mainly talking until like the last couple minutes, where obviously the Jedi fights, which was good. I enjoyed that. So yeah, 7 out of 10. Really good. Episode number 5, The Ninth Jedi. This was also a really good episode. I enjoyed this one. You know, having 3 episodes back to back, really, really good. Enjoyed it. The Ninth Jedi. So basically, at the start, you go into this like rocky asteroid thing in space. And then there's supposedly Jedi there. There's a few of them. Well, I think there's about 6 or 7 of them. And they're all there because they all got a little message from this dude who supposedly they think is a Sith and is bad, and they're worried about him. When you look at him on the hologram, which they do show, he looks like a Sith, and you're thinking, oh, okay, that's cool. So they're basically waiting for him to come because they're discovering something about lightsabers. Lightsabers, they haven't seen a lightsaber in a while or something, and there's someone making them, and they're going to send them here, and then they're going to do some training or something. I'm trying to remember. I'm really sorry for butchering this. Yeah, then we go on to the planet that the asteroid that the Jedi are on are floating around. We go onto the planet, and there's a little girl who is trying to help her father and stuff, because there's actually what they're called, kyber crystals in space, and they've got like these machines that bring the rocks to the ground, and then they use it to make the kyber crystals to make the lightsabers. The dad is the blacksmith that makes the lightsabers. He makes a load, and he's talking to the little girl about when you hold the lightsaber, the brighter your colour is, the more you're attracted to the Force or something. And when he turned it on, it was completely blue. But then when she turned it on, it was like a grey sort of colour. So we didn't know what lightsaber colour she has. And it was really faded as well. But she could still use the lightsaber. But she needed to, I don't know, be more linked with it, if that makes sense. And then, yeah, they get raided by these things because they know that he's a blacksmith. He says to his daughter, take these to the rocky asteroid thing. And she's like, okay. Runs off, and obviously wants to save her dad but can't. She has to go. She goes into space. Dad gets away, gets captured, goes off. She ends up going to the asteroid thing and gives the lightsabers to these Jedi. And she says, oh, help me, my father's been captured, please help him. They all pick up a lightsaber, and they're all red. So turns out they're all Sith and are trying to destroy this place or something because it's Jedi related. And then the guy at the beginning who thought they were Sith, the one guy, he's actually a Jedi. So it's done like a massive flip, 360. You think they're good at the beginning, trying to help and trying to stop this thing, but then 360, they're all Sith. And then they all have a big fight, and then it turns out the little girl's lightsaber turns green. Looks really cool. And one of the Sith actually turns good, and his lightsaber turns purple. And then after they defeat all the Sith, she then says, can you please help my father? He's been kidnapped. And then the guy at the beginning says, yes, we'll help you. And that's the end of the episode. So after that, I'm assuming they're going to hopefully do a season 2. They did say it's depending on the audience's reaction to it. If the audience really enjoyed it, then they'll definitely do a season 2, because there's a few episodes which kind of look like they need to do more on. So hopefully when they do season 2, they'll do extensions on each of these episodes to do like a carry-on kind of thing. And the ones that don't need it, they'll replace it with something else. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, The Ninth Jedi, I'm going to give that a 7 out of 10. It was a good story. No, 8. We're giving 8 out of 10. It was good. It was better than The Village Bride. It's not the same as Village Bride. The Ninth Jedi was really good. It had a good story, and then it had that twist at the end, which was really awesome. And then yeah, it just needed that bit of continuation to help, like with the whole saving the father thing, which I hope they carry on with if they do a season 2. So yeah, 8 out of 10. We'll give it an 8. Next episode is called TOB1, and it's about a robot droid who wants to be a Jedi. His creator is basically saying, oh, if you want to be a Jedi, you have to find the Force, and then the droid tries to go find the Force, but can't find it. Like, he's physically trying to look for it, but it's not. It's actually in here. It's within him. And then he says, oh, you have to find a kyber crystal. Does the same thing. And then turns out the creator is actually also a Jedi and knows the Force, and gives Toby, gives Toby a hilt. Yeah, the creator's got, like, he's on a planet and it needs life. There's not really any plants on it. And then a Sith comes along and kills the creator, and then Toby wants to carry on the creator's legacy, so he makes the planet have life again, which is really good, and he wants to go to different planets and stuff like that to have life. And then he finds a kyber crystal, and then the Sith then comes again, because he's wondering, oh, there must be some more life on there, because for something to happen, the Sith comes, and then TOB1 makes the lightsaber, and then has a fight with the Sith and wins. It's a really kiddie episode. That episode's mainly aimed at, like, kids under the age of 10. So that's why it was a really simple, but, like, they tried to make it so it was kind of like for adults as well. But no, it was a really kiddie episode. But it was still alright. I like the bits where they were fighting. It kind of reminds me of the film Astro Boy a little bit. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. And either way, but it still wasn't as good as, like, The Ninth Jedi or The Duel, for example. So I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. Same as Tatooine Rhapsody. It was good, but not my sort of good. I like the episodes with the Duel and stuff like that. Next episode is called The Elder. Now, The Elder, probably one of my favourite episodes as well, so you can probably guess what I'm going to rate it. Master and a Padawan are in space, and then they're in hyperspace, and then the Master has a disturbance at the Force, and he's wondering what it is, and he feels like he needs to go to it. And he goes to this planet, finds this village, and they're saying, oh, there's an old man on this planet. He didn't really say much, he just went off into the mountains. Yeah, the Master says to the Padawan, you go, well, the Padawan says, because he wants to get better, and he wants to actually do something instead of just wandering around. So the Padawan says to the Master, oh, I'll go to the mountains, and you go and look at his ship, because the villagers know where the ship is. So the villagers then take the Master to the ship, and it turns out that this old man is a Sith, because it's a Sith ship. He goes, oh, it's a Sith ship, says it to the Padawan, and the Padawan's in the middle of, like, on these mountains, and sees that this animal creature has been sliced from something, and it was a clean slice, so it must be from a lightsaber. And then the Elder then pops up, the old man, and when I saw him in the trailer, I was really excited, because I was like, I can't wait for this episode, because it's probably gonna be my favorite, because he just looks so badass, and he was so awesome. The Padawan and the Elder had a fight. The Elder won. The Elder sliced the Padawan's belly or stomach, and then the Master then comes, because he knows that something bad has happened while it was going on. And then the Master has a fight with the Elder, and then the Master then obviously wins. But then the Padawan is still alive, even though he'd been sliced, and it was a bit kind of weird. So I don't know if the Elder did good enough to kill him, but yeah. And then the Elder turns into rubble after he dies, and then that's it. It was a really fun episode, though. I loved it. The animation was really good as well. I keep forgetting about the animations. The animations on all the other episodes were perfect for their own story and their own thing. So yeah, so I really enjoyed The Elder. Really good episode, one of my favorites. 9 out of 10. Really good. I enjoyed that episode. So yeah, it's the same as the Duel. I mean, it still didn't beat the Duel. The Duel is the best episode. But the twins and the elder, I like the same. I really enjoy them both. Yeah, really enjoyed it. Episode 8 is called Lop and Ocho. Now, this one was a good episode. I enjoyed this one as well. I'm going to try and say I'm trying to remember it really quickly so I can just get it across, because I don't want this video to be long. So Lop is like a rabbit sort of creature who's lost and on her own, and then gets founded by this family. It's a daughter and a father. The daughter's called Ocho, and obviously the father's just called the father. Lop then joins the family because they were only little. Ocho was only little at the time. Was like, oh, I want a sister. Da, da. And then Lop joins the family. Something happens where Ocho does like a deal with the Empire or something. And there's a little story going on there. And Lop doesn't agree with it. But then Ocho joins the Empire, and Lop says no and then runs off. Oh yeah, Ocho and the father had like a little argument at the beginning as well, which then made it cause the Ocho joining the Empire sort of thing. Because the father didn't agree, but she did. But then she just did it anyway. Yeah, the Lop then tells the father, and then the father takes Lop on this little thing and tells her a story about this lightsaber, how it's family related and blood related. But obviously Lop isn't actually blood related or family related because she's not related. But the father felt like that she is, so he gave her the lightsaber to look after. They go and have a big fight at the end. Well, the father goes and has a big fight with Ocho, and he ends up losing both eyes because he's already lost one, but he lost the other. God, I'm explaining this really quickly. And then Lop then comes and then has a fight with Ocho, and then Lop obviously wins. And yeah, that's about it. I think I explained that right. Yeah, Lop and Ocho was a really good episode. I did enjoy it. The story was really good. I think it's the longest. Oh no, it's not. Ninth Jedi was the longest, but that one actually had like a really good story to it. You know, character building and that sort of quick in the amount of time, which is really good. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I'm gonna give it a 7. Should we give it a 7? 7. We'll give it a 7. It's close to an 8 though. I feel like it needed something else to make it an 8. I don't know why. But 7 out of 10 for Lop and Ocho. Really good episode. And the final episode, Akakiri. I can't remember what happened in that episode because I was watching it and I really did not understand it. I just did not understand it at all. It just made absolutely no sense to me. There was no character building or anything, and then they left it on like a cliffhanger. The episode just made absolutely no sense. Really did not understand it. The animation was cool, and the characters were all right, but there was just no story to it. I might need to watch it again, but it was just so boring. There was just no character building. Like, there's just no story. It just didn't make sense to me. Some people might disagree. Some people might say it was the best episode out of the whole series, but it was really crap, and it was just something that I didn't enjoy. It was not a good episode to end on. You could have ended it on Lop and Ocho, and I would have been happy. But ended it on that is a bit nah. That episode, I feel like that episode didn't need to be in there. It could have been, give me 8 episodes and I'd have been happy. But that just, it didn't make sense whatsoever. So I'm going to give it a 2. 2 out of 10 for that episode. Just didn't enjoy it, made no sense, and yeah, that's it. I can't even tell you the story because I just couldn't understand it. There was just this Jedi who came to these weird people, and they were trying to save I think a village, and then the Jedi then turns to the dark side or something because he had a choice, because there was a woman in it and she died, and he either could bring her back to life because he loved her or something and turn to the dark side, or she could stay dead and be good. So he chose to turn to the dark side and bring her back, and then he went off with this Sith and they had a cool fight. That's why I'm giving it a 2, because there was a cool fight and that was it. But yeah, that's it. 2 out of 10. Awful. But there you go then, guys. That is the end of this Tesson Talks. It was a long Tesson Talks today, but I did want to make this video talking about Star Wars Visions and telling you if I enjoyed it, and I did enjoy it. It was really good. It was something new. You know, I think most of us have been waiting for like a animated Japanese sort of style Star Wars series or something, and we finally got it, and it was worth it. You know, it was really good. Really enjoyed it. Shout out to the people that made it. But yeah, there are a few episodes that are a bit nah. Some episode needs some more stuff to it to make the other episodes better. So hopefully they do season 2 where they carry on these episodes, and then I'll be able to love the first episodes even more, because there'll be an actual long story to it. But yeah, I'm going to give Star Wars Visions an 8 out of 10. Close to a 9 if the last episode wasn't really terrible, but a solid 8 out of 10 I'll give it. Really enjoyed it, and I'm glad it's made, because I'm going to be watching some of these episodes over and over and over again, because I really enjoy them. But yeah, let me know down in the comments what you think. Give me your ratings on each episode as well down in the comments, and then give me an all-round rating on Star Wars Visions as well, like I did. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like and subscribe if you're new. It'd mean the absolute world to me. Trying to reach 3,000 subs by the end of the year. We might not do it, but if we do, that'd be wicked. So like and subscribe, that'd mean a lot to me. Alright, thank you so much once again, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I've been Jack Tesson, you've been a viewer, and may the force be with you, always.